This is Mr. Tan. Mr. Tan is a local businessman dealing in the frozen prawn business in Malaysia. He wishes to expand his frozen prawn marketing overseas. He would like to export his products to China. But what exactly would Mr. Tan need to do to export his product to China? Does Mr. Tan know the requirements of the importing country? Does Mr. Tan know the special requirements or specific standards for the food to be exported? What is the food safety assurance program that is required by Mr. Tan? Does Mr. Tan's export premise need to be listed in Malaysia and the importing country? What is the export certificate required by Mr. Tan? The Food Safety and Quality Division of Ministry of Health Malaysia is a regulatory agency and competent authority that is responsible in food safety control in Malaysia. Among the responsibilities of the Food Safety and Quality Division is to facilitate the exportation of food to ensure it meets the importing country requirements. Whereas, the responsibility of the exporter is to ensure the food to be exported is safe and meets the importing country requirements. Some of the export control activity that is managed by the Food Safety and Quality Division are: first, the market access. Second, listing of export premises. Third, official control of food export such as audit, inspection and sampling. Fourth, issuance of export certificate. And finally, investigation of food export rejection. Do you know there are 3 types of export certificates that is offered by the Ministry of Health as to comply with importing country requirements? First, health certificate. The purpose of health certificate is to ensure food products and food contact materials are in compliance with the importing country requirements. Second, free sale export certificate. The purpose of free sale export certificate is to ensure food to be exported can be freely sold in Malaysia and comply with the Food Act 1983 and the Food Regulations 1985. Third, non-genetically modified food certificate, which the purpose is to ensure the food product does not contain genetically modified ingredients and in compliance with the requirements set by the importing country. To find out more about the requirements to export to China, Mr. Tan can check on the Food Safety and Quality Division website. To apply for the listing of export premise, Mr. Tan would have to make an online application via the Food Safety Information System of Malaysia, or FOSIM. Mr. Tan will have to first register as a user and register his company, premise and product in the FOSIM system. Once the application is received, Mr. Tan's exporting premise would be audited by Ministry of Health auditors. Should the audit result meet the importing country requirements, his export premise listing application would be approved at Ministry of Health level and will then be sent to the importing country authority for further approval. Upon being listed by the Authority of China, Mr. Tan receives orders for his products from customers in China and starts processing the frozen prawn orders. Once the orders are processed, Mr. Tan can apply for a health certificate via the FOSIM system. Once the health certificate application is approved, Mr. Tan would be able to export his frozen prawn products to China. Before exporting to China, Mr. Tan must also ensure all requirements from other agencies have been met. For more information on food export requirement, you may refer to Food Safety and Quality Division of Ministry of Health.